All right, hi. I'm Frank Snyder with Frank Snyder Financial, and I'd like to talk to you about basically my 12 traits of the financially successful. And we'd like to do a little intro to that, and then you can go in and you can take a look at those 12 traits in individual little videos. But basically my 12 traits are not something that I made up. I've been doing this for over 30 years. I've sat down with folks over time who are very, very wealthy and very, very successful. And I've also sat down with folks who are very unsuccessful. And you know what? I learned the most from the people who had messed up. That's the honest-to-goodness reality. Successful people pretty much do the same, things, consistently throughout their lifetime. Whereas unsuccessful people pretty much just go along and violate all these rules. So these 12 traits basically are a path to success. I also believe that basically you're brought up in a way, your parents, your grandparents, people that are around you teach you certain things, and those things become your reality. But the reality really is that your reality is based on the environment that you grew up in and the people that you're around. Sometimes those folks gave you great advice. You could have a grandparent that said, just don't borrow money at high rates of interest, or parents that said, you should live within your means, and you get really good advice. But then in other times, maybe you grew up in an environment where your parents were really not the best role models, so to speak. They didn't do things financially the correct way. So this is something that you can change in your lifetime. I've seen people that start off in their 20s, and they have it on the ball, and they're doing 10 out of 12 of these correctly, and they just have to work on a couple. I've seen other folks stumble and fumble throughout their life and mess up many times through their lifetime. So the 12 traits are a guideline to help you to become successful. So if you'll take a minute and look at each one, and go in and see if you can implement these things in your life. I truly believe that everybody can become financially successful, and you can too. And again, thank you. This is Frank Snyder. Visit us at franksnyder.com or on YouTube.